Hi, this is Jack Downs. I'm here to talk to you about the camcorders that we use in class in 240. We have two different camcorders. The newer style, there it is there. This is called the HF-R52. It's Canon. It's a little bit smaller than the other type. This is from the C kit. These are in the B and C kits. We have two kits with these camcorders. The slightly larger HF M41. These are in kits D, E, and F. So we have three of these. Slightly older, very functional. Actually, the older ones have a few extra functions, but they're both equally good. So let's look at them up close. Before we begin, let me just suggest to you that the files that these camcorders make are very large. So make sure before you begin recording that you have a big empty flash drive to store your files on when you remove them from the camera. Also, even better would be an external hard drive that you could plug into the computer and keep your files on. And because these files are so large and the editing process takes longer as a result, you should remember that you're going to do all your editing on the hard drive of a computer, like the thaw space of the computer in our lab or over in Feinberg. So don't work off from your flash drive. That's your backup. Or when you're done editing, you move everything to the flash drive to keep it safe. But everything's so large, make sure you have a good big drive or an external hard drive to keep your files on and to transport them around. Okay, so here we go. This is the RF52, a little smaller and newer, and we have these in two kits. So we just look at the exterior of the camera. We'll see first of all that it does have a battery in. There is a battery in. Make sure when you pick up the camcorder that it has a battery. I'll show you in a minute how to check that the battery has power in it. On-off switch for recording right there. Keep turning it around. Here is the switch for the lens cover. There's a manual lens cover switch, and if you leave it closed, it will warn you. And everything will be black too. Otherwise, on the bottom is the foot that hooks into the head of the tripod, the attachment for the tripod. So make sure that's there, and please don't take it off. And if for any reason you ever do take it off, please put it right back on. It's a terrible thing to lose these because then the tripods won't work properly. So we got to keep these safe. And on the top of the camera is the wide angle and telephoto. We will tend to leave it as wide as possible, most shots, unless you have to zoom in. And in this camcorder, when we open up the screen, open up the inside, we get it automatically turns on, and we will see a message perhaps says, "Hey, it's warning you. The lens cover is closed," and now I'll open it back up. Okay, get that good and close so we can see what's going on. All right. So this is an important screen. We're going to be doing lots of stuff. I wanted to tell you that you'll want to look at the battery. The battery icon is right up here on top. It says right now there's 71 minutes left, and it's a battery that's obviously only partway charged, but that would be plenty of time for any project. And right below that is the hard drive icon, the memory, the amount of memory that's available, storage, which is enormous. No problem there. And right below that are our settings. And this is how the screen should look. AVCHD, that's the file format you'll be recording in, sort of. It's a proprietary camcorder digital kind of file format. Although the actual file that's created, the suffix is a little different. And FXP is the resolution that we're going to record in. That does make a very large file. Otherwise, we'll see that on the top of the screen that the clock is not running, nothing else is happening, and none of these other settings should have to be played with. Should be all set. So let's say we want to do a recording. So I'm going to push the button to record. Okay, and the red light comes on and the clock is running. That means that we are recording. By the way, before this, we would have been in a standby mode, so you could have tested your mics and use your headphones. And now the recording is over. And now let's take a look at the inside screen of that panel. A few things you need to know here. There's an on-off switch, which you might have to use if the camcorder wants to turn itself off, which it will do if it's idle for any length of time. And this is the toggle for the play, record and play, or record and see the files. And that's what we'll click on right now. Oh, otherwise, I'll tell you that we have the hook-ins for headphones and for mics are right here on the inside too. And you always, just about always, use the mics, external mics, so there will be a mic hooked in there. And of course, you'll always be using your tripod too. So let me go ahead and push this toggle. Now I'm in the file setting, and it shows me there's a couple of scenes that have been shot there. I can see little minis of them. I can click on the one I just made, for instance. I can have my headphones on. There it goes. I can have my headphones on. I would hear the sound that was recorded also with headphones. It's not a very interesting scene, but that's all that we recorded. And now it's reading, going back to the memory. And this is where I could also say edit. I use my finger. Sorry, I was having trouble pushing that. And we have a choice of deleting here, which I'm going to click delete. And I just want to show you this. It says, do we want to delete all scenes? And that is often what we want to do. And we're all done. We already have our files. We're going to delete all scenes, which is everything from that day. And it's going to ask if you really want to, and then you say yes. And that's how we delete stuff from the camera. But we didn't take it off the camera yet. So let's just do another little recording. Remember, if we want to go back to record, we'll do this toggle. I'm only going to show you this stuff on this camera because the other camera is very similar. So I'm back to my record screen. It's reading the build-in memory. Everything's all set. I could push my record button again. And again, I'm recording. There's my hand. I'm going to turn it off. Stop the recording. Okay. And now I've decided that I want to take this file off the camera. Okay. So I'm going to plug in my USB cable. Let me do that right now. Took me just a minute there, sorry. And let me show you what the screen looks like now. You don't see anything yet because I haven't turned my toggle. Again, I toggle to the file mode and not the record mode. I have lots of choices here. And built-in memory is the choice on either camera. Built-in memory. Now it's going to tell you, it's going to give you a warning, don't disconnect, so on and so forth. And right now the files are now my drive. My camera's become a drive on my computer. So the connection has been made. So I'll show you what that looks like.